Hello, it's Nancy. How are you? How are my friends? Well, I was doing an experiment. I set up as an event, the live, and I was wondering if it started automatically at 2 or if I had to press the go live button. And I just wanted to tell you, I figured it out. I have to press the go live button. Anyway, that's why no music today. I was waiting just to see if it would go live on its own. Other than that, all is good. Today is a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. May I say it is gorgeous. It's not too hot, in the low 70s. The sun is shining, there's a little breeze, and I spent a little time sitting on the front porch with Harley, drinking coffee and just hanging out. It was fun. So, that's what today has been like so far. I will say that yesterday I had my Harley wrestling match. His dermatitis is not cleared up. I'm going out to the vet's afterwards and pick up some more antibiotics for him. He's got a couple new spots. And I thought the Harley wrestling in the shower with the medicated shampoo would do the trick, but it didn't. So antibiotics will get this cleared up. Poor Harley. He does not like bath time at all. It's a good thing I have a walk-in shower with no lip because I can just push him in the shower once he decides to flop on the floor. He's a goofball, but I love him. Hi Gladys, good to see you. How are you today? What's your weather like? Are you having nice weather? I hope. I believe we're going to have a Labor Day weekend without rain. I'm not 100% positive of that, but I'm pretty sure that's what the forecast was. Maybe some thunder showers a couple times. I know, poor Harley. At least he's not itchy. Since he had that knee surgery and those injections, he has been on prednisolone. So he's not, it's what they would give him for the itching to help calm down the inflammation. So he's not itchy. It's just, it looks a little sad actually. Poor guy. Oh, cool and 64 degrees. That is working outside in the yard weather. I'm hoping this evening to go out in the yard. Oh, hi, Kat. You found me. I'm glad. So both my events on Facebook and YouTube seem to have worked. I'm always glad when technology works. Oh, gotta tell you, I watched, there was a demonstrator event on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Must have been. Anyway, it was very fun and it was a one-sheet wonder, and you know I love one-sheet wonders. So I watched it and had a really good time, but they had technology issues. They actually had to stop and start a couple times. So I'm feeling pretty good that my technology issues aren't in front of such a huge audience and of demonstrators. It was, they handled it well. They just stopped and started and picked right up where they left off. So I thought they did a good job. And what we did, and you're going to see some of the cards I made. Well, there was 6 cards, and you're going to see all 6 of them later. But it was in your mini catalog on page, hold on a second, 42. And that's the cards we made. As 42 has the pattern. Oh, hi, Lori. Nice to see you. You went to Moby Dick in White Rock. Did you have fish? Hopefully there was no whale involved. Anyway, I would love to show you the picture because I think it's pretty cool. It's 6 cards from one sheet of 12 by 12 designer series paper, and it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed making the cards. We basically did the basics, putting together the card base with the DSP, and a couple of them I didn't, well actually I didn't finish any of them until I did some Wednesday night and I did some last night after meeting. Hi Cindy, good to see you. Happy Friday. So I know Lori's weather is about the same as mine. Kat, what's your weather like? And Cindy, what's your weather like? My weather is lovely. It really is. There's sunshine, there's a breeze, it's not too hot. Oh, you forgot about it. Oh, you can go back, Lori. It's on the demonstrator planning place on Facebook. And if you go to the event, it's a you can do that. Click that and there'll be a link to YouTube, and so all the parts are together. Fish and chips. That sounds good. I really like fish and chips. Breaded things aren't on my menu at the moment, but I can just live vicariously through your enjoyment of fish and chips. Gladys, you're going to do that on the weekend? I did really enjoy it. And there were a couple of videos. One of them came through with sound. The first one they showed, we're going to show a clip of one of the artisans. Didn't have sound, so they stopped that one. I'm thinking it's on the website, but I'll have to go back and look. Ooh, 82 and sunny. Ooh, rain on Monday. You don't want rain? I like rain. I know, I'm weird. I don't like downpours. Atmospheric rivers are not my favorite, but I don't mind rain. Okay, so I am drinking ice water today. Let me just remind you very quickly that we still have a couple of days left for the in color sale. I'm gonna put so don't forget to get the last minute in color at a discount. I love discounts. I don't love them as much as I do free shipping, but I do like discounts. They make me happy. I like saving money. Okay, here we go. Cards from last week. Oh, okay. No pool when it's raining. Gladys has ice water too. Hillary Hamilton is getting a card kit, and Cindy G, and Jan, and Cindy W. So I'll get those out this week. I'll probably get them out today because I have to go out because I'm driving to the vet's, which is about 40 minutes from my house. Yeah, I have a great vet. It's worth the drive. So I'm going to drive there, get his meds, and then I will, well, either going or coming back, I will drop those in the mail. Oh, Cindy, you and me both. It is. Free shipping makes me happy. It's almost like, I don't know, I like it better than a percentage off. And I know it's like 11%, so 15% sale is better. It's just, free shipping makes me happy. Speaking of free shipping, I just got 2 boxes about 2 minutes before I was going live. My Amazon Subscribe and Save is here, which means Harley's dog bones are here, which is very good. And a few other things that I needed. Let's see, what are we doing? Well, you saw the picture. It was on the event. This is the, you're welcome, Cindy. This is Peace on Earth. It is a great set. It's all sentiments, except the dies are so cool. They have got sentiment dies. Not entirely positive what to use that for, but we've got dies to cut out. We've got doves. It seemed perfect for a simplified. And while I didn't use the coordinating stamp set on it, it's Peaceful Days. Coordinates really well with it. I did it on a couple of my samples from the event. I think I've got everything here, so we'll get started. Hi, Cindy Walker. How are you? We've just been talking about what we're drinking and what our temperature is. And I'm talking about the Peace. I always want to start peaceful, but it's Peace on Earth set. And I really like this whole suite. We did it for Creativity Now. It's got glimmer paper, and it's got beautiful designer series paper. You'll see a couple more in my samples. And so, here we go. Your kit is going to have all the little bits and pieces in it, in an envelope, because, oh, there went the envelope. Because I wanted to keep them all together, because there are some little things. And I want to show you this one. This one, I'm going to put it on the inside. This is, let's see, let me get that out. got a piece of paper with three, it was big enough to fit 3 of these. And so when I cut it out, I was looking at the edges and I decided I really liked the edge. It's just got something interesting and there should be a use for it. So when I was all done cutting things out, I cut pieces for the inside. Cindy, yeah, the doves are gorgeous. I was glad we got to use this before. So this is going right on the inside like that. I didn't figure that out on this card. So it's got a piece of the DSP, but I don't know. I didn't quite trim this as well as I thought I did last night. It was late when I was cutting these out. I was trying to make this just a little bit rounded, so it didn't look quite so strange. Take off some of those pointy bits. Let's see. Pointy bits off. Anyway, you might want to trim yours. As I said, it was quite late last night when I was doing this. We've got a piece of this gorgeous designer series paper with Secret Sea, Misty Moonlight, cloud cover, and white. I have a piece of cardstock in Misty Moonlight. This is for our envelope. I'm going to put that over here. And keep those over here. I have a fan going, so it's blowing things around. And then the card base is Misty Moonlight, and I prefer tent-fold cards or hot dog shaped cards because they stand up nicely for pictures, whereas the other is not quite as good. So what I want to do is, I gave you 2 doves. You may choose whichever one you want to use. And then you have an extra dove. I cut a little branch from the glimmer paper in cloud cover because we need a branch in his little mouth. I have my basic white for our sentiment, and we'll put that on the glimmer paper. Now, if you wanted to, you could always cut a couple little branches out of this before you adhere it, but I did not do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my trimmer, because the first thing I want to do is cut this. Here's our back. I just wanted that for the interest. I thought that would be kind of fun to have too. I don't know how people cut sideways. I can't cut sideways. So I'm going to take off the bottom 1 1/4 inches. I think I did 1 3/4 actually, so I'll turn it the other way. 1 3/4 inches. Does that look right? I did measure it today. I just am doubting myself. Oh, Cindy, thank you. I love glimmer paper. And this is my favorite piece of the designer series paper. And so it's going to go on the card like this. So that is what I brought the 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Misty Moonlight in for. I'm going to reach around here and find my glue. I have my water cup right in the way. And although it's hard to put glue on the back of my favorite piece, I'm doing it anyway because I really like this side too. And it doesn't actually have a direction. It's a non-directional paper on the back side. It is directional on the front side. Let me just make sure I've got that. Looks like my edge is up a little the way I cut it. So let's just iron that out with our bone folder. And then this is going to go on the top, just butting up right against that. And I'm going to use liquid glue because it gives me wiggle room. And sometimes, or very often, wiggle room is important. If your paper is directional, be sure to check that before you put it on. I have been known to not check that. And it's been not good. Although this could be, you could put this at the top. Then what I chose to do is to take my Seal Plus find the spot about where my seam is. This is a brand new refill. Just put it in a few minutes ago. And look at this ribbon that comes with the suite. It's the Misty Moonlight Silver Edged Ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love this ribbon. It not only has the silver edge, but it's got silver flux in the ribbon itself. It's just gorgeous. So I am choosing to just put this over the seam line. Now, what you might choose to do, there's my ribbon scissors, and I'm clipping that off, just clip that off. You might choose to build your sentiment and put it on and put your ribbon over the top of it instead of, because I'm putting my sentiment over the top, over the ribbon. And then you could tie a bow. I've given you enough. Oh, hi Jan. Nice to see you. Anyway, I've given you enough ribbon that you could do that as an option. I just thought this was easier and I was happy with it. So this is ready for me to put on my card base with dimensionals. Let's see. Oh my goodness. They're not that far away. It's that big mug of ice water in the way. So I am just going to dimensional it up. I probably put a little more dimensionals than some people and a lot less than others. I just want it to have support because I don't want it to sag. We do not like sagging middles. There's enough of that in real life. We don't want it on our cards. Sorry, couldn't resist that one. Okay, here we go. One more. I have had dimensionals everywhere, dimensional backings. And I thought I'm trying to be so careful about putting them away. But somehow it gets away from me. Okay, I was putting my stamp on the back of cards today, the ones I did, that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. And I found dimensional backs stuck to them. And I really do try to be careful. Okay, I'm just tying a knot. Just for fun. Just a little knot. I think I've cut with these scissors a couple of times things that I shouldn't have cut. So they're not quite as sharp as they were. I might have to go get a new set out. Okay, put the ribbon away. Binder clips work great for holding ribbon in place. I also do not like ribbon that's unraveling. It annoys me to no end. As long as I'm here, I've got the glue, I've got the glimmer paper, and our inside piece. Let's go ahead and put our bottom on, our little border. Now you could put designer series paper and a piece and then put the border over it. There are things you could do. You can decide you don't like the border and just use designer series paper. There are options. Oh, hi Heidi, there you are. Thank you for sharing, Heidi. If you share, please let me know in the comments because Otherwise, I'm looking all over and trying to rack my brain. It's who shared when I'm doing my little random wheel picker. This card comes together really quick. Now for our sentiment. I'm debating. On this one, I used Misty Moonlight, but I think on this one I might use Secret Sea. I'm a fan of Secret Sea. It's one of my new favorites. Okay. Let's see. I do want this to be on my grid straight. It just barely fits this way. I did think of doing it the other direction. I'm going to go down a little bit because I want to make sure that I have lots of room for my dove. So there we are. I'm glad you're catching me live, Heidi. I like to be caught live. Now, I want to put this on the glimmer paper, and it's got a texture to it. And I don't want it to come off, and I don't like glue on the back of basic white. I think it shows through. So, after thinking and thinking and thinking, yes, I could use glue dots. But I think I decided to use my tear and tape. But I could use glue dots. Nah, I'm using tear and tape. Let's see. I just have to get it started. Well, Susie Cute has decided to join us. It's been a hard day for her. We had the cleaners here. And while they are lovely, she hides. Because she's just a little shy, a little skittish. So after a nice morning of playing, she went into hiding. And then when they left, she was finally coming out, and the Amazon delivery driver came. So she went back into hiding. So she is just now out again. Burnish that down. You can do it with your nail, you can do it with your bone folder. It just makes it easier when you're releasing the top, the backing here, the top paper. It's easier and the adhesive doesn't pull off with it. So just give it a good little burnish. And let's see. She doesn't seem to be wanting to climb up and join us today. Although it would be okay if she wanted to. I kind of like having her pop up and say hello. She is such a cutie. And this I also put on dimensionals because, well, why not? Tear tape is good. Oh, that's right. It is Crafty Girls on the 13th. It's a group of Jehovah's Witnesses who also craft and get together, and some paint. You could knit, you could crochet, you could do embroidery, draw, or make cards. I generally make cards. All right, here we are. That's a little bit crooked. I got that on. This one's on crooked. I already pressed it down, so it's going to live crooked. I'm going to put this on first before I do anything else. Glue dots. I really like tear and tape. I would really be happiest with tear and tape if I would cut it instead of tear it. I don't know, that little jagged edge bothers me a little bit because I guess I'm a little OCD. But I get over it. I'm just going to put this so it kind of lines up with my ribbon on the full line. And if your glue dot is just a little mis-centered, you can just take your pick tool and fold it under. There we are. We need our dove. So if you wanted to do the dove, you'd put it this way. But I want this dove to go this way. The opposite direction of all the doves on the paper. Because I'm contrary like that. Now I want the dove to show up, and it's going to be white on white. And so I just took my light smoky slate blends, and I went around the edge, hoping that it would give it just a little bit of definition. I don't want a lot. I suppose it could be a gray dove if you wanted. You could color the whole thing in. But I just want a hint of the smoky slate not so that really anybody would notice too much. For some reason my blend feels dry, but it's not. I mean, it's putting a little light little bit of smoky slate around. Doves are so cool. Speaking of birds, I don't know what it was. Oh. Heidi likes tear and tape. I really should pay attention to the comments. Cindy said, a lot of crafters are OCD. Yes, we do want to be proud of our finished products. But again, there are no mistakes in crafting, and it's made with love, homemade, not Hallmark. Okay, I've almost got this. Just a hint of a little different color. There. See, nothing that really shows up terribly much. You probably can't even see it on camera, but there's just a little tiny bit on the edge. And this is going to go like this. So I'm going to need to put a dimensional under this wing. Yes, a small ruler would be smart. It would probably make me happier. And then this wing is going down with some Seal Plus right onto here. You know, I've got some little white ones, the little minis. I cut this page down just so it would be easier to handle. I think I'm going to put that on the tail. Okay, we'll take this off. Well, that was good. Put it down a little lower than the one I did on the other one. So there we have our dove. Now you could always take the other dove and put it on the inside. Maybe even color it a light gray if you wanted to. I'm going to keep him for something else. I don't know what yet. And here we are. This is a good time, but it doesn't need much, so I'm not going to get the silicone out. I'm going to put a drop of glue on the beak. Well, I was going to put a drop of glue on the beak. Let's see. Oh, now it's starting to come out. Let it go back in a little bit because I just want a little bit. I want to barely put anything on. Okay. Oh, this would be a good time for one of my little homemade glue dots. I didn't even think about that. And this is just going to go right here. I'm going to hold it for just a moment. Now I've got to say, I did not use Wink of Stella. I know. Can you believe it? Although I did think that the ribbon and the glimmer paper gave it enough bling that we really didn't need to go up over too crazy. Oh, thank you, Kat, for liking and sharing. Okay, there we are. There's our card. We'll just quickly do the envelope. I'm kind of glad that I started holding this backwards because it does make it easier. And using Seal Plus because it makes it so much less messy to put DSP on the back. Just a little piece down the side. And I just, a little something in the middle. And I take my Designer Series paper and line it up at the corners. It is 2 3/4 inches by 5 and that's 6/8. 6/8 is 12/15, 13/15, or 13/16 rather. And the nice thing about Seal Plus, because it's segmented, if there's a little bit hanging over and you forgot to tuck it under, you can just pull it off. Oh, thank you, Heidi. I'm glad you like it. Oh, Kat, I'm sorry. I've enabled again. I don't know what you guys are going to do with me. I will say that there's a set that somebody else enabled me, and I'm going to put it on my list. It's a sentiment set, but it's got great dies. It's grateful labels. I don't remember if it's online or if it's in the catalog. Okay, there we go. Our flap is done. And again, I'm just doing the same thing. Although I am trying to cover most of this because stuck to my table. So I'll just tuck these in, these little bits. Tuck them down, squeeze them in. And like I said, if I don't get it all quite right, it's okay because I can just pull it off when it's done. And a little bit more here. I just don't want anything to get messed up by the post office. And I'd rather the post office didn't get angry with me. Heidi, oh, you're still in shock, Cindy, about the no Wink Stella? I know. Who can believe it? It's crazy. I tried. I looked around. I thought, what am I going to do? But nope, no Wink Stella. Yeah. Off just a hair. No, I do not paint my own nails. I go to a nail salon. And the nice lady, Lynn Tran, she so happily does my nails. She puts a very, oh, that wasn't quite, there. Let's even that out a little bit. Bring it up. There. She puts a thin coat of acrylic on, and then it's a gel nail polish. She has some great colors. There's a couple more that I want to try. But I got kind of stuck on this purple. All right, didn't pull off because my nails are not, it wasn't enough to grab all. There, cut it off. So here we are. We have a pretty card, pretty inside. And now I have a sympathy card to send off. Hopefully when they open it, it will make them smile. That's my goal. Thank you, Cindy. I'm glad you all liked the card. I really enjoyed this card, but then again, it does have glimmer paper on it, so it does have a lot going for it. Now, last event that Stampin' Up! Had for demonstrators, not the one on the One Sheet Wonder, but it was an event where we could order new product in the upcoming catalog. So that's when I got my suite. And I enjoyed Creativity Now. I went down with a group of demonstrators in Edmonds, and we had a really good time doing it together. The Creativity Now card, this is one of them. Oh, my poor little bow got a little crunched. A little bit of embossing. Glimmer paper. This is one of the patterns. Okay, reading comments. Thank you, thank you. I think the purple is perfect. I love purple. So this was one of the cards we did. I haven't done the inside. I did an envelope, but I haven't done the inside of them yet. And this was an easy one. We had 3 strips of paper, designer series paper, and tore off the ends and put them on a card of thick basic white. It's very simple to make. This one was fun. Okay, I don't have to retie it right away. But it's a piece of designer series paper. Isn't that cool? This was a fun one. This one was done by Shannon West, and because it was a little odd size, she had us make our own envelope, which was fun. I should get the directions out, and we should do this together because it was fun. Now, the demonstrator event just the other day, I pulled out this sheet of designer series paper, and the first technique we did was coloring the designer series paper. So I did a balmy blue for the background. I didn't want it to be too dark, so I decided balmy blue. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Oh, they've just recently started making cards. That's always fun to have brand new card makers with us. And I did the insides on these. But I thought this was fun. In the catalog, there is this designer series paper in the scrapbooking section, and that had a sticker sheet. Let me show it to you. The designer series paper is exactly the same, but I thought it would be fun to have a sticker sheet. So I bought myself an extra set. And I've used a few of them. Card number 2 was coloring on the designer series paper. or outlining or doing something like that, or doodling on it. Okay. I was thinking that next week we should do a craft along, a mystery stamping or craft along. It won't really be mystery stamping because I'll be right here. We'll make it together. And I will give you the directions. Probably on Wednesday on my business page. And I'll do it on Facebook too. Facebook, that is where my business page is. I'll do it on YouTube too, so that there it's out. So I just took my Blackberry Bliss and colored in berries because I thought that's a good color for berries. And then I decided that the berries would look so much better if they had a little Wink of Stella on them. You see all that? Isn't that fun? And just a simple inside. So those were two techniques. This was the fussy cutting technique, and this designer series paper doesn't lend itself to fussy cutting. So I used, this is where I pulled in the Peaceful Days stamp set, and I stamped, there's no die for this. So I stamped the dove in Secret Sea, I cut it out, and then I slathered it with Wink of Stella because I could. And I think I used Peace on Earth, I used this sentiment from Peace on Earth. On this one, I used the sentiment from Peaceful Days. Okay, so that was card number 3. And just to make it look a little more interesting, I did a stamp, I dry embossed it. Okay, there's card number 3. Card number 4. It was using a smaller piece of paper, I think, was the technique. And this is the one that I just set aside. And I didn't really, oh, you have to go give Zoe. Tell Zoe hi for me, for all of us. I used the glimmer paper. No, I didn't think ahead and cut anything out of the middle because that would have been too much. It was late last night. But I could have cut out one of our sentiment things. Anyway, I didn't. I used the back side of the paper for the matte layer for the sentiment. I cut out front and back side leaves. That die is in there, and put a little dove on it. And I decided that it would be more interesting if it was just a little at an angle. Okay, so that was number 4. Number 5 was using one piece that was full, but it was also used scraps from 2 of the other cards and made the little flags on it. I used the glimmer paper. I had some scraps, so I cut the little branches out of that and put them on because I like glimmer paper. And then the last card, number 6, I used stickers, glimmer paper, and a smaller piece of the designer series paper. And I got my ribbon under here. And because it needed a little Wink of Stella, I did all of the berries, but there weren't very many berries. So I did the cloud cover circles too. And that was fun. 2 Stampin' Up! Events. And we will do kind of a stamp together. I'll get the directions out for the designer series paper card and the envelope. And I think that's all I've got today. I think. Don't forget the end of the sale. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. That helps helps people know that you like it. If you would click the like button, that also helps. And let's see. Share and like. On YouTube, subscribe, and then you'll get notifications. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I picked a very different designer series paper than they were showing, but I think it worked out okay. Oh, Luann, you've joined us. Oh, on the living room TV. My goodness, I hope I look okay. I kind of like the little square I look at in the square in my tabletop. Anyway, I think that is it. I'm glad you liked the cards, Luann. Thank you. Be sure to comment, because those who comment and share go into the drawing. I use the little random wheel spinner and we pick out, I can pick out 4 names. So that makes me happy. And I think that's it for me. I think I'm about ready to clean up a little bit and then head out to the vet's to get Harley's medicine so he will feel better. So thank you all for joining me. It's nice to chat today. I love you all and take care, and